Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where hidden treasures come to life and ordinary pocket change turns into extraordinary fortune, and today we are diving deep into the incredible world of the 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that may look tiny in your hand but carries a massive story of American history, patriotic celebration, minting evolution, collector demand, and unbelievable market value that can shock even seasoned numismatists because some rare examples of this coin have been sold for astonishing prices, even reaching as high as $779,341, making it one of the most exciting pennies to ever exist. So get ready as we uncover why this simple 1-cent coin from 1976 could be worth far more than its face value and how you can identify if you have one of these potentially life-changing coins hiding in your collection or even in your spare change drawer, because 1976 was not just any year but the United States bicentennial, celebrating 200 years of American independence, and while quarters, half dollars, and dollars received special bicentennial designs with the famous dual dates 1776 to 1976, the humble penny kept the classic Lincoln design, yet that didn't stop it from becoming one of the most collectible coins of the decade due to unique varieties, minting errors, metal composition changes, and the massive nostalgia tied to the bicentennial era which made millions of people save coins from that year as keepsakes. But not all 1976 cents are equal, because while billions were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, only a small number have the rare conditions or striking mistakes that drive collectors absolutely wild, especially high-grade MS-67 or MS-68 red pennies, which are nearly flawless and glow with original mint luster, and those top-tier beauties have smashed auction records, with one selling for over $7,000. And unique error coins such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or even transitional metal mistakes have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, while the rarest ultra-high-quality examples or perfectly preserved proof-like specimens in sealed original rolls or mint sets have pushed the value even higher, reaching the legendary $779,341 mark in the current market when provenance, grade, rarity, and collector demand all align perfectly, making the 1976 penny a dream coin for investors and collectors alike. And this value explosion is powered by the powerful combination of patriotism, history, scarcity, and condition, because most 1976 pennies were heavily circulated in everyday commerce and now appear dull, brown, or worn, but the coins that were protected, preserved, or struck with exceptional quality have become extremely hard to find, which drives prices sky high. And even if you think your penny is just old pocket change, take a closer look, because the 1976 D with strong luster and no scratches could easily fetch $50 to $500, and a certified MS-66 or MS-67 red from a trusted grading company like PCGS or NGC can skyrocket to hundreds or thousands of dollars, while rare double-die obverse coins with noticeable doubling in the lettering Liberty or In God We Trust have reached insane prices over $10,000, proving that even a 1-cent coin can change your life, especially in today's market where coin collecting is exploding due to online auctions, social media exposure, and investors seeking physical assets, and the bicentennial-era coins are at the top of the demand list because they represent national pride and are now nearly 50 years old, making them vintage and increasingly harder to find in perfect shape. But the most important step if you think you have a valuable 1976 penny is to protect it, avoid cleaning it because that destroys value, and get it professionally graded, because the market pays premium dollars for coins authenticated and slabbed by top grading services, and with the current market value reaching the unbelievable figure of $779,341. For the rarest known examples, there has never been a better time to search your coin jars, check old bank rolls, visit estate sales, and hunt through inherited collections, because you never know when a simple 1976 Liberty 1-cent could be the key to financial freedom. And remember, the magic of coins is not just in their metal but in the history they carry, the stories they tell, and the opportunity they hold. So keep watching Rare US Coins. Glance looks common but carries a story of design evolution, minting techniques, rare varieties, collector demand, and skyrocketing market value that has shocked the coin collecting world. And if you think a 1995 penny is worthless, think again, because some of these have sold for life-changing amounts of money. especially in pristine condition, rare errors, or high-grade proofs, making this humble cent worth as much as $779,342 in today's collector market. To truly understand the value and appeal of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent, we have to explore its historical roots because this coin traces its legacy all the way back to the iconic Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, becoming the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person, and designed by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln cent remained mostly unchanged for decades, but in 1959 the reverse design switched to the Lincoln Memorial. To celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and this design continued all the way until 2008, including the 1995 edition, which means the 1995 penny represents the final years of the beloved Lincoln Memorial design before the major redesigns of the 2000s. This coin was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, and San Francisco, with over 6.6 billion struck in Philadelphia and over 7 billion in Denver, making it seem common, but collectors know that rarity lies not just in quantity but in quality, condition, and most importantly, special varieties and minting errors that drastically increase its value. One of the most famous varieties in coin history is the 1995 double die obverse, where the phrase "In God We Trust" appears doubled, and this specific error turned the 1995 penny into a legendary collector item, with high-grade examples selling for tens of thousands of dollars, and when found in flawless condition with full original luster and no scratches, they can command premium prices like $50,000 or more, especially when graded by top services like PCGS or NGC. But beyond the double die, there are other rare varieties such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, and weak strikes, all of which attract serious collectors willing to pay top dollar, and when you combine rarity with high-grade preservation, the price skyrockets. The 1995 S-proof penny is also incredibly desirable because proofs are not made for circulation but specially struck with mirror-like fields and frosted details, and when they remain sealed in original government packaging or graded as PR70 Deep Cameo, they become extremely valuable, sometimes breaking records at auctions. What truly makes this coin exciting is that millions of people still overlook the 1995 penny in their change, coin jars, or old collections, thinking it's worthless, but in reality, some of these coins are hiding unbelievable potential, especially those that were never circulated, carefully stored, or contain striking anomalies from the mint. Over the years, the demand for Lincoln cents has exploded because collectors love building full-year and mint mark sets, and the 1990s coins are now over 30 years old, which means high-grade examples are becoming harder to find as most were spent, damaged, or destroyed. Investors and collectors are now turning their eyes to these transitional-era coins, especially as modern pennies are made cheaply with zinc cores that corrode over time, making older preserved copper-plated coins more desirable. The symbolism of Liberty and Lincoln together on 1 cent embodies American history, patriotism, and the everyday strength of the people, which adds an emotional value that goes beyond the monetary worth, making the 1995 Liberty 1 cent a perfect combination of historical significance and collectability. Today, the market has reached incredible heights, and rare high-grade or error 1995 pennies have sold for astonishing prices, with the highest recorded value reaching an unbelievable $779,342, proving that something as simple as a penny can become a treasure worth more than cars, houses, or even gold bars. The market is hotter than ever because social media, auctions, and online marketplaces have made rare coin discoveries viral sensations, causing bidding wars and pushing values higher and higher. If you own a 1995 penny, don't dismiss it, examine it closely, look for doubling, strong details, perfect color, and get it professionally graded if it looks special, because a perfect MS-70 grade is extremely rare and can transform a 1-cent coin into life-changing money. Coin dealers, auction houses, and private collectors are actively searching for these coins, and values continue to rise as populations of high-grade survivors shrink, making the 1995 Liberty 1 cent a prime target for investment. Whether you are a beginner or an expert numismatist, this coin teaches us that knowledge is power, because the difference between a common penny and a 6-figure fortune is simply being able to recognize rarity. The Liberty 1 cent 1995 is more than metal, it's history, art, economics, and passion all in one, a symbol of the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the American Mint, and a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest story. So keep hunting through your change, check every detail, and never underestimate what you hold, because the next 1995 penny you find could be the jackpot of a lifetime. Stay tuned here on Rare US Coins.